You wake up every day, perhaps with a sense of routine or even dread, and find yourself trapped in the same patterns. You tell yourself that today will be different, but by the end of the day, you realize you've done the same things you've always done, wasting time on trivial matters that don't serve your purpose. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, I'll change tomorrow, or there's always time to do what really matters. But what if I told you that tomorrow is not guaranteed, and time is the one thing you will never get back? The truth is harsh, but it's one that we must confront if we ever want to change. You're wasting your life. And while that may seem like an overstatement, consider how often you fall victim to distractions, fears, and excuses. The reality is that we spend a great deal of time chasing things that don't matter, things that will not help us grow, evolve, or live a meaningful life. So, what are you doing with your precious time? Are you living with purpose, or are you allowing life to pass you by? This is where Stoic philosophy offers a wake-up call, a call to live intentionally, to be present, and to make conscious choices about how we spend our time. The Stoics had a deep understanding of the fleeting nature of time and the importance of using it wisely. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers and the Roman emperor, once said, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." He wasn't just encouraging us to live as though every day could be our last. He was urging us to take control over our lives, to stop waiting for things to magically change, and to stop wasting the moments that we have. Time is the most valuable resource we have, and yet most of us treat it as though we have an endless supply. We allow our days to be filled with distractions, and we fall into habits that don't contribute to our long-term happiness or success. It's not unusual to get caught up in meaningless activities, like endlessly scrolling through social media, engaging in gossip, or wasting hours on entertainment that leaves us feeling empty. But the Stoics believed that living a meaningful life requires us to be conscious of how we spend every moment. Their teachings revolve around the idea of living in harmony with nature and focusing on what truly matters. We must be intentional with our time, channeling our energy into things that align with our values and our higher purpose. So why are we wasting time? The simple answer is that we're living unconsciously. We let our habits control us rather than the other way around. We tell ourselves that we don't have time to work on what truly matters, that we'll start tomorrow, or that we need to wait for the perfect moment. But here's the hard truth. There's no such thing as the perfect moment. The perfect moment is always now. The Stoics teach us that every moment is an opportunity to take action and make progress, no matter how small. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, famously said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." If you reflect on your life, you may realize that most of the time you spend is not used in a way that aligns with your values or your goals. We let trivial matters consume our time, leaving little space for personal growth, meaningful relationships, or the pursuit of our passions. The first step in breaking free from this cycle is to become aware. Aware of how you're spending your time, and aware of the excuses you make to justify your inaction. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight, but you do need to start making conscious decisions about what you do with your time. And that's where Stoicism can help. The Stoics teach us that we cannot control everything in life. There will always be things outside of our control. But what we can control is how we respond to life's challenges, how we act, and how we spend our time. We can choose to focus on things that matter, and we can choose to stop wasting time on things that do not. When you stop wasting your life, you begin to live with intention. Instead of mindlessly drifting through each day, you start to take action on the things that are important to you. You start to align your daily habits with your values. You begin to recognize that every moment is an opportunity for growth, and you make a commitment to living a life of purpose. It's easy to get distracted. We live in a world where distractions are everywhere. Social media, news, entertainment. These things have become ubiquitous, and it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking they're the things that matter. But the Stoics remind us that distractions are not the path to fulfillment. What truly matters is our personal growth, our ability to control our emotions, and our capacity to live a life that aligns with our principles. Start by identifying your distractions. What are the things in your life that are eating up your time and energy without providing any real value. Whether it's mindlessly scrolling through your phone, procrastinating, or letting fear hold you back, these are the habits that keep you stuck. Recognize them and commit to taking action. Next, focus on building habits that support the life you want to live. If you want to grow, dedicate time each day to learning something new. If you want to improve your relationships, take the time to connect with the people who matter most to you. If you want to create something meaningful, put in the work each day to build it. The Stoics believed that we become what we practice. So, if you want to be someone who lives with intention, you must practice living intentionally every day. Remember that time is not guaranteed. The Stoics understood this more than anyone. They lived with a sense of urgency because they knew that death could come at any moment. This doesn't mean living in constant fear of death, but it does mean recognizing that our time is finite and therefore it's precious. The Stoics teach us that we should live every day as though it could be our last. This doesn't mean we should live recklessly, but it does mean we should make every moment count. If you feel like you're wasting your life, it's time to take action. It's time to embrace the Stoic principles of living with purpose, focusing on what you can control and letting go of distractions. Every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. So, start today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. The Stoics believe that the key to a meaningful life is living in accordance with nature, focusing on what truly matters, and being intentional with our time. It's time to wake up, to stop wasting your life, and to start living with purpose. The choice is yours, but remember this: time is precious, and it's running out. Make the most of it.